Hey everybody, it's Hussein Kabani, your favorite broker, and we're back with another story. What else did you expect? Guys, this is another crazy situation I ended up with, and it had to do with a BRA. For those of you who don't know what a BRA is, it's a buyer representation agreement. So a buyer representation agreement is signed with the realtor. It's an exclusive agreement to work with the realtor for a certain period of time, which you can lay out in certain geographic areas, which you guys can agree on and lay out. And you're basically exclusively going to work with this realtor. It does mean that you as a buyer would work with this realtor, but it also ties up this realtor to be very diligent with what they're doing, and they're quite liable for a property that they actually sell you. I'm going to tread very lightly on this because I don't want to make it all about me, but I want to let you guys know that there are ramifications to certain things that you guys sign. So I want you guys to be very careful with what you're signing when you guys are going to go look for a house or even selling a house. In this situation over here with the buyer, I kind of do my due diligence and say, okay, are you working with anybody and whatever. I'm comfortable working with this client. This client doesn't want to sign a buyer representation agreement right away, which I can totally understand. You don't know how I'm going to be or if I'm going to be responsive enough to you. So I totally understand that. They want to work on a house-to-house kind of basis, and I had some time. So I said, sure, I'm willing to entertain this. What ends up happening is that I go ahead, we start working with this client. I run them through my mortgage broker. We make sure that what they can buy, so we're going to be attracting the right type of properties. My mortgage broker is a very smart guy. He actually comes up with an alternative option for us and basically says, hey, listen, if you guys go out and find a 2-unit legal home, you could probably get a little bit more qualification because we can use the rental income to qualify for the mortgage, which is awesome. We did just that. So we found this awesome house. It's a 2-unit home that can qualify. We go through the process, we make the offer, negotiate the offer. Even there was a point where my client was okay with the number, but I still pushed the agent a little bit further down. We got a really good price on the property. We go through the home inspection, bit of an older property. You're gonna have things here and there. No problem, nothing that scared us away. And then what ended up happening was to get the final mortgage approval. Basically what ended up happening is because we want to use part of the basement income to qualify for the mortgage, the bank actually sends out somebody to do an appraisal to figure out what they think they're gonna get for a lease. We had a bit of a discrepancy between what they thought and what I thought we can get, and it basically got kicked back to me and said, hey, prove it to us. Like, how are you gonna get this rent and prove to us that it happens? I actually had to put together a little bit of a report, send it to the mortgage broker, who sent it to the bank. Bank looked at it and said, yeah, okay, we believe that this is possible. They go ahead and approve the mortgage. Great. The mortgage gets funded. And what ends up happening after the closing date? I get approached by somebody that says that they have a buyer representation agreement with this client. This is where I don't want to get into the details of everything. It's not really the purpose of the story. The purpose of the story is that at this point, the client can be liable. There's a way a client can be liable and how I can be liable for this as well. My point is to you guys is that make sure you guys know what you guys are signing. I wouldn't want to see you guys getting into trouble. All of the documentation that you guys end up signing, typically it happens very quickly, and it's like written in size 3 font, and the language is hard to understand. I've seen these forms for more than 16 years, and it's hard for me to understand sometimes these forms. There is a document that you guys can get either from me or if a realtor that you guys are working with. It's called a plain language form, and what this form is that it actually has the article that's written in the agreement there, and above or below it, I can't remember what it is, but in red text, it actually explains to you in plain English exactly what this means. So you don't have to try to decipher the legal jargon in there. It will tell you straight up, this is what this actually means and this is what you're going to be signing off on. If you guys have any questions about these type of forms or just want to view it, my recommendation to you guys is if you guys are going to be involved, if you have been involved in a real estate transaction and haven't seen these forms or are going to be or are just curious, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to send them out to you guys. Send me a text, shoot me an email, leave me a comment. I'd love to know what your experience has been with something like this. And I want you guys to remember one thing. Get Kabani, get sold.
Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold.